Hey guys, it's me. I just left the cabin and I'm on the road heading to church, and it's a little bit of a drive. But I just been, you know me. I just been reflecting and thinking about my trip, and I didn't get a chance to go over my gear and stuff. I was kind of like not thinking about it, but it's funny because when I first walked out there, it was late at night. It was dark, and it gets so dark in the woods. And I'm walking. I had to take like 3 trips to cart all my stuff to the cabin, and it was dark. I couldn't exactly see the trail, so I ended up taking the long way to get to my cabin. And I had I carried concealed, and I had my gun, just to be safe, and as I'm walking, I kept hearing things in the woods, and I think I told you guys that. And it turns out it was that it's overwhelmed with squirrels. Um, but I didn't know that the night before, and I had actually brought I have a motion detecting lantern, and one of my friends at church, Kiki, talks about me in my backpacking and camping, and a lot of people in church want to kind of follow my example, but she said I'm like level 2000. And I kind of crack up when I think about that stuff because the motion detecting lantern, what it does is it has three different levels, and the last level is what I put it on. Is that if someone enters the perimeter, it will go off with an alarm and light. And I had put that in the kitchen, so that I would be alerted if somebody walked in either one of the doors. I would know, so I could sleep soundly. And so I was thinking about that, and nothing happened, guys. Nothing happened, and it was all good, But every place has its own sounds, and like I said, the first night I didn't know what some of those sounds were, but there were squirrels. There were squirrels on top of the roof, and I think a couple of them had gotten into parts of the house. There was a closet that was locked, and I'm guessing it's for the cleanup crew who come in and kind of clean everything up after campers leave. And you could hear some scratching and whatever, and and if you let your imagination go, your fear will take over. And I was thinking about our own ability to protect ourselves, and this is not a topic on carry and conceal. That's not where I'm going. But it is necessary for us to protect what we've gained, like what we've gained in sobriety, what we've gained in salvation, what we've gained in being successful in our career or in our relationships. We have to protect that because there are a lot of temptations and distractions that will take us away or destroy what we've gained. So how do we protect it? Because you guys know, I was camping it, and I had my gun, and I had my motion detecting lantern, just to protect me in case something crazy happened and somebody broke in or whatever. But how do we protect ourselves throughout our daily walk, throughout our week, our month? When we gain some progress, do we read? What are some of the ways that we protect our mind and our heart and our spirit from the outside attack that will come to have us live a life of fear, or a life of addiction, or a life of bitterness or anger? How do we protect against that? The video I did earlier this morning was talking about how I'm going back home, but I'm not going back to where I came from. And I didn't mean that as in my location in Ohio. I meant that as I have grown and become something better than what I used to be. And I can go back way back into high school, and how insecure and clingy and just I mean just so self-absorbed. And one of my friends, my old friends from high school, had wrote me a letter or a message from the last video I did, and it was just so cool to kind of hear from her. Um, but at the same time, I remember, my very, very, very first girlfriend, Christine, and how I just, oh man, I mean, I was immature and I was young, but I just completely messed that up by being clingy and insecure and just all those things that I am not now. I am not now, and I don't ever want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to the habits and the depression that had me hooked in pills and alcohol to where I was so depressed that I just wanted to go to sleep at like I was going to sleep at like 6 o'clock because I just wanted to end the day and start over, and I don't ever want to go back to that. A lot of people look at my schedule and like, how do you get up so early and stay up so late? It's like I'm excited to attack the day, and I get that way. The way I protect that attitude, that mindset, is through all the things that I do, through church, through hanging out with positive people, through working out, through listening to my motivational video, not my motivational videos, but the videos of other people who are going to where I want to go, who've been there. I look at that stuff and I learn from it to insulate my mind from my own insecurity, from my own tendency to self-destruct. And I think we all struggle with that because we're human. But we don't have to act basic, like a basic uh, beast. We're better than that. We're greater than that. I say this all the time. We are amazing creatures that have been created with a mind and a spirit, and we can do so much good. But on the flip side, we can do so much bad, to where our own self-destruction will not just take ourselves out, but it'll take everyone out in the area. We affect the world that we live in, whether we want to admit that or not. And I want to protect not just myself, but I want to protect the people around me, the people, not just my immediate family, but everybody I run into. And it's not just because you guys know I do security at church, but it's not just a physical protection from an active shooter. It's a emotional, spiritual, mental protection by me being an example of joy. You know, where I want to infect people with my energy and not vice versa, with just my smile, with your smile. You're protecting people with your attitude, with your energy. So when I do all my meditations and go for my walks or whatever, it's a protection. In the Bible it talks about putting on the armor, um, putting on your armor, or you armor your mind and your heart. Life is going to be challenging. I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm not going to say it's terrible. It's challenging. It's a series of challenges, and we are equipped to handle it, to overcome, to be powerful and not powerless. And I'm not trying to disregard the sayings in AA, of admitting we're powerless against the addiction. But I want us to acknowledge that we are powerful, and that in admitting my own humility and my necessity to get help, I'm activating my own power to strategize and overcome. So I just wanted to make this little topic for you to be aware of protecting what you've gained and letting go of what you lost. You know, recognize that the things that have fallen off, there's a reason for that. Let it go. Go for your future and not your past. And while you're going after your future, protect what you've got. You know. Oh, here's my turn. So that's my little topic. I felt like I was kind of babbling there, but it's okay. It's all good. You guys know I just love you guys, and if I have a little bit of wisdom in anything I say, I hope it takes root and I hope it helps. All right. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.